decisions. Remembering we do not have a mandatory vaccination policy in this country. We do not have that. We are not proposing to have that. That is not changing. But an employer may wish to make a reasonable directive to staff, and if they do so, they would need to do so consistent with the law.
Thanks, ScoMo. Consistent with the law. That's great. Let's hope that they don't pass this, the Public Health Amendment Vaccination Compensation Bill 2021. You can find on legislation.nsw.gov.au, and it's a bill for an act to amend the Public Health Act 2010 to provide for the payment of compensation to workers who suffer injury, loss or damage as a result of a requirement to be vaccinated. We're going to look at the second reading speech to understand what the intention of the bill was for. It's still in the Legislative Council awaiting second reading debate. It's a private member's bill, non-government bill. It's introduced by the Reverend Honourable Fred Nile. This bill is directed at how any future vaccination regime will operate in the area of employment law and workers' rights. This bill does only one thing. It introduces a new section 137 into the Public Health Act 2012 entitled Liability to Workers Required to be Vaccinated. Proposed subsection 1 establishes the liability on the part of a relevant body that makes it necessary for a worker to take a vaccination if that worker wishes to retain or gain employment. So the relevant body being businesses, so you will be liable. Proposed subsection 2 states that the relevant body is to pay compensation to the worker in the event that the vaccine that the worker has been forced to take results in injury, loss or damage to that worker. So you will have to pay compensation for forcing your employees to take the vaccination. Proposed subsection 3 stipulates the continued liability of the relevant body. That liability continues for the life of the worker, even after the worker has left the employ of the relevant body. So you will be liable even if they stop working for you because you are the one that forced them to take the vaccine. For the liability to be triggered, all that is required is proof of that the relevant body mandates through policy or other action that the worker will not be able to continue his or her employment, or will not be considered for future employment if a vaccination is not taken by him or her. This bill addresses all vaccines if in any case